In Call of Duty, the best defense is always a strong offense. Always. This axiom is largely true in reality, though reality has exceptions. There are no exceptions in Call of Duty. If you want to protect and advance your own well-being and or that of your team, you cannot simply hold back the enemy. You must meet them and pound them into submission. A player fighting for his survival is not a player you must fear. To be on defense is to allow the enemy team ample opportunity to score, strike at the very core of what gives your team purpose. In a real fight, a match of boxing or wrestling, when you're on defense, it is literally only a matter of time before you lose, the exception being if the attacker wears himself out, but this does not apply in Call of Duty because it does not require physical exertion, and your opponent has unlimited lives, same as you. So how does one maintain the offensive? First, one must be formless as water. Water moves at every pace, finding the path of least resistance 100% of the time. Water can adapt its shape to match and even surround every obstacle in its path. Even the greatest dams in our world have systems to funnel water away, lest it should build up and in a short time overwhelm the dam completely. And even these dams with their funnel systems must be continually repaired and remodeled. Civilization must drain the surrounding area to apply coats of protective chemicals to these dams or the water will seep through. It'll simply and calmly infiltrate the stone at a molecular level, eating away at its whole integrity until finally in tiny cracks it breaks through that eventually widen the crumbling dam and dissolve it into its most basic and useless form, carrying it down the river and into the abyss. To be water is to be unpredictable. To leave the enemy no inclination or the slightest idea of what you might do. To succeed, not even you can know what you will do. Every decision must be made at exactly the time it is required. This is the reason it is considered harder to rush than to camp. One must continually assess every minute detail of the battlefield, and on compiling this data, find the path of least resistance into the enemy's heart. The enemy owns the B flag. They're spawning on their C flag. The B flag is overlooked by two windows with one opponent in each. The second window houses a sniper, and the first window overlooks the second window's first story entrance. You must assess the situation and devise a plan to remove both of these goons from their perches. You only have 1 second to determine the correct set of decisions that need to be made. You can launch a C4 into the window nearest you. With that opponent taken care of, you'll be free to move into the first story of the second window with its camping sniper. But before you launch that C4, you must acknowledge there are two skulls of your fallen comrades representing a failed previous offensive on the second window with a sniper. A desire for vengeance burns deep in the cockles of your heart. You're moved to act half a second before you are ready, but you put that emotion away and act only on thought. Either there is a third opponent camping in the first story of the second window, or the bastard sniper has placed shock charges with bouncing betties and claymores, most likely replenished with scavenger, because this sniper is very frightened at the notion of a fair fight. Ignore the anger that grows within you at the thought of a sniper cowardly racking up kills from a distance where he is largely untouchable with triggered explosives protecting him from this fair fight. Stifle the anger in your throat where it chokes you, the choking sensation adding to the sense of urgency, pushing you forward, acting now unless you should suffocate on your own rage and die before the match is finished. You're equipped with an EMP grenade because Master Warriors win the fight even before it has begun, and you have at least 5 classes, each with distinct tools designed to adapt to any situation, especially camping, fucking snipers. If you toss the EMP grenade into the first story of the second window before entering, you can destroy whatever cowardly traps are in place. And if it is just a hit marker, you know there is in fact an enemy hidden within the first story. And you know that at that point you will have to outgun either 1 or 2 fools that you fight, though you're confident you can do this with the Scorpion Evo. All of this predetermination took place in a matter of seconds while you reloaded your Scorpion. Now, you must act upon these intentions. Chuck the C4, it gets an unexpected double kill. This is very satisfying. You smile. You move towards the second window, the second and much more difficult half of your predetermined offensive. It is a short sprint, but in the meantime, that bastard sniper is loosing rounds from his semi-automatic. He gets a double headshot on your best friends Timbo, Peep, and Mr. Waffles, who have now died 3 times each, valiantly attempting to cap the B flag. In the kill feed, you see the bastard sniper's name appear twice. It is XX Swag YOLO XX. A true warrior knows his enemy, and you took the time to learn up on your opponents in the pre-game lobby, and you know that XX Swag YOLO XX has a guest. Suddenly you know, without a doubt, that there is in fact an enemy camping in the first story. You toss the EMP, destroying 2 shock charges and 2 bouncing betties, and before the hit marker has even left your reticle, you're dolphin diving through the front door, spraying the Scorpion at 20,000 rounds per minute. Sure enough, Swag YOLO's guest sits behind the counter, but the EMP has temporarily disabled his aim assist. That, in combination with the fact he thought he could defend an enclosed room with his sniper rifle, a delusional 8-year-old in awe of his own quickscoping abilities, leaves him mashing the trigger helplessly, hitting everything in the room but you, and you do to him what a lawnmower does to rats. The second sniper knows exactly where you are and what just happened. He even saw it in the bottom half of his TV screen. It'll be a fair fight now, dependent purely on gun skill, and you intend to win that fight because your Scorpion will outmatch whatever sniper or pistol he may be packing. It is a date with destiny, a final conclusion to the epic struggle. You, the sniper, and the set of stairs. You push towards the stairs, knowing there are only two ways this can go. The sniper jumps down the stairs, you get the first hit marker, and then he takes you out, spraying you with a semi-automatic one-shot kill sniper. You rage quit and you go find something better to do with your life, like cow tipping or bashing your head into a wall endlessly. Thumbs down if you didn't like it. I drank way too much coffee. This is Batman, signing out.